Of GOP political consultant Matt Klink and NewsNation political contributor Kurt Bardella. Gentlemen, this is one of my favorite matchups, favorite pairings. I really appreciate both of you making time on a Sunday, on Mother's Day, no less. Kurt, why don't we start with you? Pope Leo making his first Sunday address there at the Vatican. We hear him denouncing a number of wars and conflicts in the world today, as saying it is a third world war in pieces. What do you make of his message? What impact do you think Pope Leo's words will have on the ongoing conflicts in Ukraine and Gaza?
Well, if anything, I think it just underscores that these conflicts are still ongoing, and that does run contrary to the promises made by Donald Trump that upon taking office, he promised on day one that the war in Ukraine would end and that the situation in the Middle East would be resolved quickly. That hasn't happened yet. And so, again, we've talked about before expectation management. Now we have Pope, the leading religious figure, on planet Earth, really reminding everyone that these conflicts are still going on. And the fact that he's an American Pope, I think, does underscore that whatever he says and however he says it going forward will have a direct impact on the American political process. This is not someone who's in another country that the president can just kind of disregard or dismiss. This is someone who is, an American, the first American Pope we've ever had. And so there will be more weighted political overtones for this country than we have seen in the past. And I think this Pope will be very mindful of that. I don't think that this Pope is going to say something, not acknowledging and not realizing that his words will uniquely carry weight here in the U.S. political conversation.
Matt, as some Trump supporters have said that the new Pope may be American, but he's not America first. We see former Trump advisor Steve Bannon calling the new Pope the, quote, worst pick ever and predicting friction in the future between President Trump and the new Pope. I mean, do you agree this will likely be a rocky relationship?
Well, Steve Bannon's an idiot for saying that. I'm sorry to be so direct. He's the head of the Catholic Church. He's not a quasi head of MAGA or the America First movement. He is the leader of billions of Catholic people around the world. He doesn't carry a country. He happens to be from America, but he is the Pope, the leader for all Catholics around the world. He's got a mandate that's bigger than the United States. And so for anyone on the left or the right to ascribe political views to Leo, it's just ridiculous. And it shows that at some point we got to stop. His job is to lead the Catholic people. The Pope has traditionally been one of the world's strongest advocates for peace. He is also one of the strongest advocates for life, that if you want to inject partisanship into it, technically then the Democratic Party with its pro-abortion views is out of step with the Catholic Church. But this was a time of great joy and celebration. So to inject partisanship into anything but holy smokes, this is really cruel that the Catholics chose a new Pope. Oh, and by the way, he happens to be American for the first time ever. Everybody should be celebrating that accomplishment. And anyone who injects partisanship into it, just, that really makes me sick when I read something like that Steve Bannon wrote.
Holy white smoke, to be exact. No, I digress.
I almost did it.
Kurt, we got to talk about Qatar. I mean, reports saying that the Trump administration is considering accepting this new plane from Qatar. Boeing is not ready to deliver a new Air Force One. Trump saying he wants a new plane this year. We already see Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer criticizing this idea as bribery. The White House is saying this gift would be in compliance with laws. Later, it would be gifted to a library. Should the U.S. accept a plane donated from another country?
No, this is a horrible idea on a variety of fronts. First of all, in order for this plane to be used as Air Force One during Trump's presidency, it needs to go through an entire retrofit by DOD. It needs to have a complete security sweep through. And frankly, that can't happen in the time frame in which Donald Trump's in office. He wouldn't be able to actually use this plane until 2029. So this is nothing more than a gift to Donald Trump, private citizen, worth $4 billion. And I think it begs the question, one, what do they get in return for that? What is their expectation? Two, it's not a gift to the United States of America if Donald Trump keeps it after he leaves office. Traditionally, when the president of the United States accepts any gift on behalf of the country when he's traveling abroad, that becomes property of the United States of America, not the individual occupant of the Oval Office. That's standard operating procedure, no matter who's president.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.